There you go. We got that little prompt. So, hey, everybody, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking some time. Hopefully going to keep this to about 30 minutes based on your Q&A and the questions that you come up with. But really want to give you all a good understanding of our Pana product that we currently have today compared to our Pana X that's coming out here at the end of the year, and it'll be shipping at the end of the year, beginning of next year. So that way everybody can have an understanding of what's going on, what's happening, what the two differentiators are, and really how they can play in the normal day-to-day business applications for you. So with that, let me say this. My name is Charlie Montoya, Senior Director of Enterprise Sales for Jupiter. We have Melissa, our Director of Marketing, that's on the call with us as well. She'll be watching and taking care of the questions and answer section of the site as well. You'll notice George Estachio was supposed to be with us today. Unfortunately, George is a little under the weather, so he will be helping me out on our next webinar. So with that, let us get started. I have to say this just because I need to make sure that it's known, right? Jupiter and our Pana series of products, the 21x9 series of products, which are the only type of displays that we really make, we've been the market leader in 21x9 since we first launched this product a little over 3.5, 4 years ago now, right? So we have well over 80 customers in the Fortune 500 inside Fortune 500 type companies. We've deployed well over 30 countries across the world. So not only are we doing this in the US, Canada, Latin America, but all over the country. Australia, Great Britain, we have a lot going on in Russia as well. So across the world, our product is being delivered out there. When you really take a look at the Microsoft Teams Rooms product line and the way that they're launching their software, you will notice there's no other 21x9 product that is in more MTR rooms, signature rooms today, and is more used in those signature room series than the Jupiter 21x9 displays. So we are that fully integrated product. We've been working since day one with Microsoft. We're really excited about that. So if you're looking for a product that is known, established, and been in the Microsoft environment, there's nobody better than Jupiter. We've been doing that since day one, right? We were really the first ones to partner with them on this. And we've had a lot more partnerships grow since then, right? We have companies like Zoom, Crestron, Legrand, Lenovo, Logitech, Jabra. You know, you can see the list goes on and on. I want to mention Aver because they're my old buddies at Aver. So we have a lot that we partner with, we work on, and we make sure our products work extremely well. We want to see the 21x9 continue to grow and erupt over time, and we're really excited for what we're seeing. So that's kind of a little bit about what we're doing. Why 21x9? I want to say this. It's still so surprising to me that a lot of people don't really understand 21x9, right? 21x9 really helps improve your overall visual experience, the ergonomics of the room, the look and feel of the room, the design. I say this to everybody, right? I'm an old guy. I'm going to admit it, right? I remember 4x3 displays, right? I remember carrying 50-pound, 27-inch displays up a flight of stairs that were 4x3 and had the tail end of it about that wide with a tube in it. It went from 4x3 to 16x9, right? And it did it for a reason, because people need more real estate. People wanted to have more of a cinematic look and feel to their displays and their monitors and what they're watching, because that's the way the eye works. We work this way, not this way. So it went to 16x9. Now we're seeing that move to 21x9. And I can tell you this now, it's not going to stop. It really isn't, right? I get the question all the time, hey, is this a new fad? Is this something that's just happening? No, not at all. Not at all. And if you want to know why it's not a fad, and I tell it to everybody, within 5 years, you will have a 21x9 display at your home. You will. If you don't already, right? Because it started with the kids in the gaming sector with the 21x9. And then from that, it went to the executives' desktop for 21x9. Well, now it's going to the conference room. And it's because it's a better way of viewing overall content. Once again, our eyes see lengthwise, not up and down, right? This is the way that your eyes and your vision goes. So it just makes it much more simpler. On top of that, you got companies like Netflix. You got companies like YouTube. You just had Apple TV announce that they're doing 21x9. So this is going to continue to be the wave of the future. You're just going to continue to see it grow. So just be ready for it, right? So if you're not already talking about 21 by 9, I would tell you now is the best time to get in and start experiencing it. So with our Jupiter Panas, right? Our original products that we came out 21 by 9, they came in at 105 inch, they came in 81 inch, they came in touch, they came in non-touch. They give you the ability and the flexibility of not just having a standard traditional orientation, but also that portrait mode area. So if you want to do digital signage, if you want to do long walls with multiple displays, it gives you that ability, right? We really built 21 by 9 to try and be the most flexible, to try and speak today, the most flexible type of display possible on the market. So once again, with 21 by 9, you're not just doing 4K anymore. You're able to do 5K native resolution. So you get much crisper, much cleaner, much more intricate designs, and much more captivating pictures, right? It's exactly what you want to see. It makes it feel lifelike, like you're right there. We always say, right, fully integrated with Microsoft Teams. So we make it simple and easy. And we've been doing this since day one. Couple other things about our Pana 21 by 9, right? Mentioned 105 inch, 81 inch. We have touch, we have non-touch versions, right? So if you need either or, we have that for you. But a couple other simple things, right? NEG Star certified, right? HDR 400 certified, right? USB-C connectivity hub, really making it simple and easy for people to plug, play, connect, and do your content. Oh yeah, by the way, for those people in the United States or even across the world, right, where TAA compliance is a concern for them, we have TAA bundles that can help you. We can make sure this is a TAA compliant SKU for you, so you can get it in your government agencies, your Department of Defense, across the board. Other big part for us, right? Once again, 5K, big displays, touch, non-touch version, but it's also our warranty. And I'll say this, it's not just the warranty. Any company can come out there and say, hey, I got a warranty. It's what do they do after the warranty? I tell all my prospective customers to do me a favor, if you're testing out our product, call our support team, send an email to our support team. We have one of the quickest response times in the industry. You will typically get a response from us in under 20 minutes via email and just a few minutes if you dial in and make a call, right? So we are there to support you. If there's any issues with the product that we can't resolve for you over the phone, we will work to ship out replacement parts or a replacement unit for you for the entire 3 years. Our customers are some of the most satisfied customers in the marketplace, not only because they get a phenomenal product, but because of our support team. I got to hand it, I'm going to say it on this call, right? Tim and his support team are phenomenal. The way they work with our customers, the way they take care of what they need. And that full 3-year warranty is something we stand behind. Once again, I'll say it. There's a lot of companies out there, unfortunately, that promise a lot and don't deliver. Put us to the test. Reach out to us early on. You will see exactly what our support team can do for you. I've been in a lot of companies. I've been in a lot of companies that have boasted and spent a ton of money to make phenomenal support teams. We definitely have one of the best out there. So why did the 21 by 9 craze get started, right? And what did Jupiter do to really help the 21 by 9 craze? Well, really 21 by 9 all started with Microsoft Teams Front Row. And I will tell you today, the majority of customers that are buying Jupiter 21 by 9 displays are doing it for 2 types of applications today. The majority, right? So I'm saying 60% or more. 2 types of applications today. Microsoft Teams Front Row, kind of signature room series, and for digital signage. Those are the 2 most popular applications for 21 by 9. Why did it hit off so well with Microsoft Teams Front Row? Well, if you look at Microsoft Teams Front Row and what they do, it has what I call this generation's, I'm blanking on the name of it, Cisco telepresence, right? It is this generation Cisco telepresence. You got all the people on the front of the screen at the bottom. You got your content on the top. You got your chat features. You got your raised hand features. I will tell you, folks, I was at a great event last week and actually heard from Microsoft themselves. There are going to be some phenomenal changes coming to the Microsoft Teams signature rooms. You are going to be able to adjust that content even more so than you can today to make sure you're using better utilization of that entire screen layout so you can design it the way you want. It's going to be amazing. But today, 21 by 9 fits perfectly in that Microsoft signature room because you really need that long width of display. You need to make sure you have that entire layout so you can get as much content on there that you want, right? That's what Microsoft Teams signature room does, right? It really brings that overall immersive experience. I feel like I'm talking to the people that are on the screen because I'm looking right at them. The content's right in front of me, so I'm not having to turn off to the side to look to another display or look this way to look to another display. It's all in front of me. I'm getting that fully immersive experience, something we've been dying for in the video industry for a long, long time now. But with Jupiter and our Pana series, right, a lot of people will go, hey, great, you did 105 inch, you did 81 inch, hey, 5K, great, amazing, get all these resolutions. But I tell people it's the other pieces that they don't think about. And one of those big other pieces is Wake on Sync via HDMI. No other display has that today, right? And you think, why not? I'm walking into the conference room. I push a button to start my system up. The display should pop up. Why didn't they add that to the other products that are out there? They didn't because all they did was take their digital signage displays and elongate them a little bit to make them 21 by 9. So it's designed for digital signage. Jupiter and our original Panda series of products, we worked with hand in hand with Microsoft to make sure that we brought out all the needs that customers would want for a conference room environment. Let me say that again. When we worked with Microsoft, we worked to make sure that we could bring out all the things that they needed for a conference room environment, right? We didn't just go, hey, cool, we can cut a piece of glass 21 by 9. We can do that. Duh, let's throw that up there. No, anybody can do that, right? And unfortunately, they don't do it very well, but anybody can do that. It's going in and saying, what are those feature sets that people need? What's going to make the conference room experience more immersive to them, more simplified for them to use? That's what Jupiter did, right? If you're wondering why we're so popular in the Microsoft signatures, why we're selling more 21 by 9 displays than anybody else, yeah, we got the best quality. Yes, we got the best product. But it's those little things that we paid attention to that so many people in this industry just don't. And that's the frustrating part of it, right? I'm just going to say that. Longtime industry UC guy, right? So yeah, sometimes the industry misses on the little stuff. Jupiter never has. Jupiter never has, right? So when you look at the things that we can bring into to play that other people can't, it's because we were thinking ahead and not just going, hey, let's repurpose our old stuff to do it. No. And that's the interesting part about Jupiter as well, right? Think about this for a moment. For the longest time in this industry, Jupiter's main focus was processors for control room environments, right? It wasn't until about 4 years ago that we really started getting into the display. And our sole focus going into the display, 21 by 9, right? How to get it in the conference room environment, how to develop more for the conference room environment, how to make life simpler. Everybody else that's getting in this now, oh yeah, I do digital signage. Yeah, I should get in that too. Okay, that's cute. That's nice. But that's really not where you're helping drive the marketplace. That's what Jupiter is all about. I'll tell you this other part of it, right? With Microsoft Teams, front row is what a lot of people think about us for, right? Because it is 21 by 9. And that's in the Microsoft spec as well, right? Microsoft actually specs out 21 by 9. But we are seeing more and more quotes now than ever before start to look at that transition from dual displays to a single display. So once again, why would I want to go from dual 65s or dual 55s or dual 75s to a single 105, a single 81? It makes the room cleaner. It makes BYOD more simplified, right? And these are all things that Jupiter built in our system to try and help make sure we can make video conferencing easier, right? It really just simplifies the overall room and the experience. That's what we can bring to the table, and that's what we're doing today. So not only can you get a great cost-effective product and be able to really update, and I mean, look at those rooms. That's what the next generation of room looks like. I tell this to every installer that I talk to, every integrator I talk to. Hey, your customer's asking you for, hey, what's my next generation room look like? It should be a 21:9 display, plain and simple, right? That's the future. Get out of the past, get ahead of the curve. That's where we want to be at today. And you can see, right, we're seeing more and more of that, whether it's small conference rooms where they're putting in a 21:9, medium-sized conference rooms they're putting in a 21:9 displays. You're seeing more and more applications growing in the industry today that are looking to implement 21:9 to move into the future and not live in the past, right? And I would tell us for integrators, resellers out there today that are listening to this, really take a look at what your marketplace is. Take a look at what you're looking to do in the future. You will really see 21:9 is going to be where you want to be at. Get there now. Get there before the rest of the people follow along, right? Be that leader and help drive it, because it's going to get here. If you're in front of it, you can just take more advantage of it. Oops. Sorry, my slides paused for a moment. So that's been our history. That's what we've been running with, right? The Pana, it's our second generation product that we launched out. 105, 81-inch, 21:9 display, phenomenal. I'm going to go through the stats of it here in a little bit for you. What are we launching here shortly? We're launching that same product, but on steroids, I tell people, right? Our Pana X is the next display product that's going to make everybody go, wow, right? And why do I say that? Because I've seen it. I saw it in Infocom and almost got a suntan from the darn thing. It was so bright, right? So literally, it's 120 hertz, native 5K resolution, right? Quantum dot mini LED display. This thing is so ridiculously good. It's shocking, right? 2,300 local dimming zones, 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. That's so ridiculous. It's unbelievable. Up to 1,000 nits sustained brightness, we say, but you can actually knock that whole thing up to about 2,100. When we were at Infocom this year, I would mess around with everybody. I'm like, you want to see how bright it is? I'd literally turn it to a white screen and we'd go blind. And I could just sit there and like get a suntan for a little bit and just lay out and go, okay, this is me on the beach today. This is where I want to be at, right? I mean, it's so amazingly bright that you can't believe what you're seeing. And that immersive experience that you get, because it does have the 120 hertz refresh rate along with a 5K, I will tell you, for the resellers that are on this call today and the people that are watching this, I am getting a lot of calls for this for their home use, for home applications. I've been in the DV LED world for a little bit, and Super Bowl and World Cup, those are two big drivers of displays in the industry, just saying that, right? And the last World Cup, I had more calls about installing DV LED into people's homes than I'd ever seen before. 135-inch, 140-inch, 160 inches, right? People just wanted to see it big. But when they saw the price tag of what a 720p was at almost $25,000, $30,000, they were shocked. Under 24, 105-inch, 120 hertz, full 5K resolution. This is the Mac Daddy of them all. This is the big one, right? This is what I've had more phone calls from people at home going, hey, I'm building a home theater, or I want to just really take my home watch party to the next level. This will do it for you, right? So at launch, we're going to have 81-inch, 105-inch, both touch and non-touch displays, right? So very simple, very easy to do. You are going to get the best overall quality of product than you will ever see at any other product line out there, right? There is nobody in the market. Well, let me share this, and you'll see this in the stats here in a little bit. There's nobody in the market today that can touch our Pana series of products. This product's at least 3 years ahead of everybody. If anybody even tries to get here, right? This is like chip on board DV-LED quality level and beyond, right? At a fraction of the price. So it gives you that great quality at a phenomenal price point and all the bells and whistles you can imagine. Once again, I've seen some movies on this, and my buddy Demetrius, who I'm not sure is watching this. If he does later on, he's gonna laugh. But we watched the movies on this thing, and it just blows your mind how good the quality is. So the other part that I'll say, once again, we're big on security. So both our Pana series and the Pana X do not have any computers built into them. No hard drives live inside of them. No processing is happening. We have processing slots that you can add to it if you want, but there's no hidden Android system in there. There's no Android system running this entire thing. So it really is as secure as advertised. Nobody's going to be able to get in here and break into it and kind of hack into it all. It literally lives as a display only. The cool part about the 105X, if you're wondering about ADA compliant, yes, it actually meets ADA compliancy because it's less than 4 inches, even with a bracket, even with a wall mount. So once again, just trying to continue to make it more simplified for installations and integrations out there today. Can also be tilted down 45 degrees, right? Once again, 1,000 nits, 2,100 nits max brightness, 5K, right? 120 hertz. Yeah, this would make a phenomenal digital signage board for companies and entryways and walkways. And hey, you know what? Once again, being full touch, you could actually sit there and integrate this into your current touch design and panels and programs. So it makes it real simple for people. All of our products, both of them that I've talked about, actually have reverse support natively for Windows, for Mac OS, for Android, for Linux. So once again, I think people think about us as displays. These are also touch panels as well. So if you're looking to have that writing board, that annotation, that CAD drawing, right, that really high-end quality that you're looking for on your touch displays, both these are full 20 points of touch technology built into them. So let's show this slide, not to go too deep into it, but just to remind everybody, Jupiter is the only company today that has a full line of 21:9 displays, going all the way from the desktop with our Pana 34, all the way to our Zavis 1.2 281-inch chip on board display, right? So if you're looking for a wide range, nobody has more. Nobody's invested more in the technology. Nobody has put more R&D development into it than Jupiter. And that's why we're number one. Once again, say this from the top. Jupiter is number one in the industry because we've decided that we are going to be solely 21:9. We know this is the future of display and we want to be there. So let me finish this off just with a little competitive overview. Not going to name any names, not at all. I'm not that way. But just so you can have an idea. Our Pana 2, which we've been selling now for the last 2.5 years. If you take a look at it today versus the competition that's out there. And I'm going to throw this out at everybody, just so you take a look at it. Look at all the specs of every other 21:9 display out there. Is it eerily weird that they're all almost identical, as if they're all made by one company and just name changed? Kind of odd how that works. Interesting. Not Jupiter. Not Jupiter. We design, manufacture, and make our own products. So that's where we also stand out above the rest. So when you look at it, yes, we have 5K resolution. Yeah, they have 5K resolution. You know what we also have? We have integrated scaling that allows you to go from 5K to 1080p wide to 1080p ultra wide to 4K, 4K plus, 5K. So any of the resolutions that you want to get to, we can support. Why can we do that? Because from day one, we were working with Microsoft to make sure that their products would work seamlessly with the Jupiter products, right? Yeah, we're all direct lit LED displays. Great, got that. Yeah, ports, very similar on the ports. Yes, we all have OPS slots in it. Yes, I'm going to say this. And once again, I love spec sheets, but I tell people look at the product side by side, right? A lot of companies say they're 4K, 4,001 contrast ratio, and you put them up against ours, you see what real 4,001 contrast ratio is. Ours just really pops when you look at it. It's just different. And one of the reasons that is, and actually I got this from my buddy Jimmy Vaughn at Microsoft. And he said, Charlie, the one thing that I love about the Jupiter product that Jupiter doesn't talk about enough, it's the mat that you use. If you look at the matting that you used on your displays, there's almost no reflection coming back off it at all. It's so clean. It's just like the displays at home. It's not like these darn digital signage that go in cheap. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. It is. It is a big difference, right? That gloss, that reflection, that coating that we put onto it to make sure that gets deadened, it's a big deal. So you're going to see that on my future slides later on. I got to add that. Just got that last. So, but contrast ratio, yes, that's 4,001 on both sides. Look at it yourself. Brightness, yes. 650 nits to 400. Yes, we are much brighter than everybody else, right? Once again, made from the ground up because we wanted to make sure that we could go into conference rooms of all types and make sure to give you the quality that you want to have. Integrated speakers, we do landscaping and portrait mode natively on our 105s and 81s. So anytime you need to have that different type of size display, we have it, right? You know, and I think the big part of it, and I said this from the get-go, when we started, we weren't thinking of digital signage. We were thinking of the UC market. Microsoft saw that, said, let's work together on this. And since day one, we've been building the Panas to be that UC specific product that can also do digital signage, not the other way around. Everybody else has been repurposing their digital signage products and just going, hey, I'm stretching out. It's 21 have fun. It really isn't. It really isn't. I mean, look at the weight difference between the two. They're averaging 195 pounds for their 105. We're at 135. Makes it much more manageable to move around. Makes it simple and easy to get it in and out of elevators, up and down stairs, right? I can tell you, I've lifted both. I've lifted both of them. And it is ridiculously different to lift up the other competitors compared to ours, right? And then I tell you, take a look at the price point. We're the industry leader on this, folks, right? Better quality, better content, better looks, better warranty, better design, utilizing design for UC. And we're lower priced as well. How can you beat that? You can't. You just can't. And that's one of the reasons why we're continuing to be the industry leader in this. So you saw the Pana 2s, what we've been selling now is what everybody loves. You can see it's still head and shoulders above the competition. And I would tell you, when you put them side by side, you can totally tell. But now let's talk about the Pana X and what's coming out. Yeah, we talked about 5K, right? But we're 120 hertz refresh rate. That's more than double everybody else in the marketplace for their refresh rate, right? Yes, we can also do multiple scaling inside of our system. Quantum dot mini LED, you can just see the difference. Look at that contrast ratio, 1,000,000 to 1 to 4,000 to 1. Look at the brightness, right? 400 to 2200. Wow, huge difference between the two. It's shockingly how much better we've come out with this product. ADA compliant, landscape and portrait mode. We actually have 4+1 speakers in it, right? 4 regular speakers and 1 subwoofer, just to make sure we can give you the best all-around sound quality. And yeah, MSRP is going to be under $23,000. Everybody else, $13,000 to $16,000. But look at the difference, right? Look at the difference between those two. Night and day difference between the product lines. And I'll also say this, because I get asked this question quite a bit. Charlie, where would I put a 105X compared to a Pana 2, right? Your normal Pana products that are out there today. And I tell people, hey, look it. If you're looking for a great 21x9 product that's going to work extremely well and blow everybody's mind, hey, our normal panels will work just fine. But if you need that ultra bright, if you need that really high refresh rate, if you need that next level quality, and if you want to be future-proof for the next 5 years, 105X is the way to go. Nobody's going to come anywhere near that, right? So if you have those office spaces that you call office of the future, right? Those EDC centers, those places where you're walking your customers and your clients into to really get them excited, to really blow their mind on what you have and where you're at, that's Panax. That has Panax written all over it. Also, those custom home designs where people are looking to put in next generation technology. 105X can do it. Once again, Apple TV, Netflix, YouTube TV, all already saying they're going to 21x9. So it's right there for you. So that's my slide deck. But I want to say one other thing real quick. Because I'm going to tell you this. If you're wondering why I keep talking about 21x9 and why Jupiter is so into 21x9 is because we're seeing the industry continue to move that way. I mentioned earlier that Microsoft is adding things to the signature room series to where you can customize and change the signature room experience. They're also bringing something called Intelligent View to the marketplace. Intelligent View screams the need for 21x9, right? So right now I'm on a webinar and I'm at my home office and this is great. But we have a lot of calls where I'm dialing back into headquarters, right? I'm dialing in with other companies and they're in a conference room. They have 4 or 5 people, 6, maybe 10 people in that conference room. And I have one screen. And those 5 to 10 people have one screen. And they can see me crystal clearly. And I got a bunch of little heads over that way. With Microsoft Intelligent View, everybody in that room would actually get their own screen. The camera technology that's coming out and it's built for it will actually pull everybody's face off and give everybody their own screen, and will be able to be used with multiple camera environments. So you can actually bring your desktop camera into that room. And now if you're looking across the table, it'll pick up from the desk camera rather than that front camera. So what do you need for those types of calls? Oh yeah, you need more real estate on your display. Oh hey, what type of display has more real estate on it? Oh yeah, 21x9, shocker. But once again, when I'm telling you that the future is 21x9, I'm not saying this just because, hey, Charlie likes to talk, because he does. I do. I like to talk. I can do this all day long. But it's because that's what we're seeing in the industry. Microsoft is leading the space, right? No offense to anybody else. And yes, I know I'm on a Zoom call right now. I do. I love Zoom. I worked at Zoom. Love their product. But is Microsoft really kind of pushed ahead and started to drive the technology forward? Yeah, they have. They really have. And with Intelligent View, with AI and Copilot that they're bringing into the Microsoft signature room, you're going to see the need for more and more 21x9 style displays, more displays where you need more real estate on a single screen so you can see everybody. Not this, hey, we have dual monitors and we're trying to make it work and we're trying to move back and forth. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Microsoft is all in by 21x9. Jupiter's all into 21x9. Apple and Apple TV's all in on 21x9. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, now's the time to jump on board. Now's the time to jump on board and learn about more and take a look more at our product. We'll leave it like that because, man, I've talked a lot and my C4 energy drink is starting to wear off, so I don't know how much longer I can go. I think we answered some of the questions in the chat already, so it looks pretty good there. I would also tell you all this. If you get a chance, go follow us on LinkedIn. Take a look at our YouTube site. Take a look at our videos. We're going to be adding more and more content as we go. And we're going to continue to do these webinars on a monthly basis so you can continue to learn, find out more information, continue to follow us. So with that, Melissa, did I miss anything? Anything you want to cover or add to it?
No, I think that's good. And like you said earlier, we will post this on our YouTube channel and on our events page. And also take a look at our events page when we have future webinars. They will be posted there, and also future events. We have some upcoming shows and events, so please take a look at that.